Hey guys, and welcome. In the following video I am going to explain what the blocks are within the Flothemes page builder. So as you know, we market our product as a page builder, and basically it allows you to create any page you want with blocks inside the theme. But what are blocks? You're probably asking, what does that consist of? What type of blocks do we have inside of the themes? Well, I'm going to show you that today so you get a better understanding as to what it is we offer you when you are purchasing one of our themes. So if you're in a WordPress page and you have one of our themes installed, you're going to have something different than what you'll have with most other themes. And we have really taken on a similar sort of type of builder than what the WordPress has now evolved to. So we've had this for nearly 2 years. WordPress is catching up with us in terms of this block-based system. So it is something that is popular, and it is something that's very effective for building pages. Basically, blocks are a way of building the pages, and it allows you to have different blocks that are specific for certain needs. That means you can choose a combination of blocks to create different types of pages easily. You don't have to create it yourself. You don't have to come up with something for this. You don't have to just drag and design everything yourself. You have the predefined blocks there available to you. This way, it's going to take away a lot of the hassle and issues that many of you will have if you're not a designer. You're going to have these pre-optimized, pre-designed, beautiful looking blocks inside of the theme. And that way, you're just going to put it together like Lego. So right now, you can see that we have 4 blocks in this page. Title block, the header block, so that's for your menu, and the footer block for your, obviously your footer and your copyright, etc. And other than that, you're going to have a lot of blocks inside the theme. So depending on which theme you choose, it can be anything from 40 blocks up until 60 blocks. So I'm in the new Milia theme as an example, and I'm just going to show you some of the blocks that are available to you inside the theme, so you will get a good understanding as to what you can really create with the site. So all of our themes will include the following type of blocks. Listing blocks, so that will be for displaying a list of blog posts or galleries. You will have about blocks or image and text blocks, so you can create images and text to write more about yourself, to show an image of yourself, maybe have something to describe your favorite things. You're going to have button blocks, you're going to have category switchers, you may have different types of contact blocks within your theme, so people are going to be able to get in touch with you. You should have FAQ blocks, so again, if you've commonly asked questions on your site, you can answer those and then turn clients that are maybe unsure about contacting you into clients that really want to get in touch with you. And it will also help cut down on the number of questions you might have. We have image links or featured link blocks, so this way you can display links to different pages. That could be at the bottom of a page, inside a blog post, it could be at the top of a page. It's basically a great way to filter people through to different content and display it beautifully. You will have in most of these, a featured post type of block again, if you want to display a list of your favorite posts. That's something that can also be done with listing blocks if your theme doesn't have that. You'll have different title blocks, different text blocks, so you can display your text in different ways, 1, 2 columns, single column, and then of course different titles so that you can put those throughout the sections. Generally, you will have, as mentioned before, these image blocks, and usually they come paired with text as well, and some of those will come with a number of columns, anything between 1 to 3, and it lets you link to different content. That could be linking to different pages, different articles, things that you like. If you're a fashion blogger, for example, you could link to different products with affiliate links so that you can make your commissions off recommending products. A great way of doing that, if you have a blog post and you want to put it inside the content, you can do that with our themes because everything is block based, your blog posts, your galleries, and your regular pages. And yeah, you can sort of create that more unique look with these blocks. A lot of them will have things like listing blocks. You'll always have pagination, so that will allow you to add, for example, say 9 blog posts to a blog page or a galleries page. And then, of course, then you will have the pagination, which allows people to flick between the different pages that you have. So if you have 18 blog posts, it would be 2 pages if you're displaying 9 per page. You will also have, in most of our themes, not all, newsletter blocks. So basically a way to integrate your MailChimp into your site and collect leads. We will have options for pricing. So again, if you need to add prices to your website and explain your packages further, they will be also in there as well. Everything will come with a slideshow and slideshow blocks. So again, most themes generally have between 1 and 3 different types of slideshows, just so you can create some different unique looks for your pages. They can also be used anywhere in the pages, and you could also use those as full screen background images if you only want to add 1 image to a slideshow. You'll also have things like testimonial blocks and video blocks. Now, each of the themes do have their own unique blocks, and again, I covered in another video how the page builder works, so check that out. I'm not going to go into detail with that. But if you want to check out the different blocks for different demo sites, it's pretty easy to do so. You can go into any demo that we have on our website, and you can simply go to the pages section. So if we scroll down here and we go to the pages section, it could be under info, it could be under other, but there should always be a page either called blocks or all blocks. And inside that, you'll see the different types of blocks that we have, and that way you'll understand how to build the pages. So you'll notice that every block has its own padding between it. So if you see a nice large space, you know that the block is sort of ended. So you'll know this is a title block, a text block, text and title block. It's another text block as well. Again, text blocks here and different styles for that. So you can go throughout the different themes, check out the different types of blocks, and sort of see how pages could be structured. And that way you're going to be able to really understand what blocks are inside of each theme and what blocks that you might need to build your page. Now, any of you that are going to be photographers, planners, bloggers, we really do have so many blocks and options available inside the theme, and they're designed beautifully. They're going to be available to you, and it's going to really help you create your websites easily. 99.9% of people will find everything they need within our block-based system, and they're going to help use that to utilize the pages really easily. And as I mentioned, it's super easy to create the pages. It's just a matter of adding a block like so, and then populating the block. What is inside an actual block? Whenever you come into initial block, you will see that there is a description at the top, then there is links and labels for each of the sections, and then you can just go to the corresponding sections and then fill out the content. So in this case, there was A and B. Go ahead and fill the sections for A and B. And that is pretty much it. Just add the images, add the text, update any colors and fonts if you want to customize it further. Each of our blocks will also come with the option to have margins, top and bottom. And again, for mobile and desktops. This way you can reduce this padding. So as I mentioned, there's padding between all of these blocks. Maybe you want to reduce this space here. You could reduce the top padding or maybe the bottom padding of the block above to reduce that space. And the same with mobile. Each of our blocks will also have the functionality and feature to hide it on desktop or hide it on mobile. And by that, it means you can create different experiences for your mobile site and for your desktop site. Maybe there's certain blocks that don't work on mobile, but they look great on desktop, and you just want to change that up and create a more unique experience. This system is going to let you do that. Again, for those of you that are maybe developers or have a little bit more knowledge of HTML or CSS, we do have a few more features with the block IDs and block classes, and that lets you create specific selectors to create unique CSS for individual blocks themselves. So again, lots of functionality and features inside of these blocks, and some of the other themes will even have mobile options specifically, and it's really going to be a great system for you to start creating your pages. There's really nothing complicated about it. Once you understand the system and how the block and the page builder works, you really can go out there and start creating something unique with the template that's pretty standard in WordPress. And that's the beauty of our system. It's not every 2 websites are going to be the same because of this system and because you have so much variety. You can really create thousands and thousands of combinations with the different blocks and elements on the site. You can create sort of minimal sites, you can create really complicated sites, you can build landing pages, you can display your galleries and your work in the best possible manner. And this is probably going to be the best system for you whenever you want to create your website. especially if you're not a designer, especially if you're not a developer, and you just need something that works, and that it's easy, and that it's simple to understand. So hopefully that lets you understand a little bit more about what blocks are and how they can be used for your theme, and why it's going to be useful for you when you're building your website. So go ahead, start checking out our blocks pages, see what blocks are inside the themes, and of course check out the showcase page to see some real examples of users and how they've utilized this block system to create their websites.